Heart to heart.
So optimism, believing that the future will hold something better than the present. That something better will happen in your future based on what you do.
My whole life, I've been trying to become an actor. It's my dream, and I feel like this is my first start.
It's good to know that I will at least do something that's going to be productive in my life towards the future. If I want to get a certain career like acting, in case I have nothing else to go to, at least I have experience.
Drama is always a way to open up what's within a child. So a lot of it initially is building confidence.
And Justin is without a doubt the best athlete that I work with, not only in terms of his ability, but his personality, his passion, and his story is incredible. One of the top-ranked professional snowboarders in the world. He's great. And this year, I don't know if you're aware, is the Olympic year, which means in February, Justin, throughout the next couple months, will be on his Olympic journey trying to qualify for the Olympics.
In the sun. Loosen these legs up. Ready? Ready, Freddie. All right, boss. Ready? Yep. Should we do? All right, let's do this. You gotta keep it all like, Do it. Sick. Ready, Freddie? Woo! Yeah.
Lotus blossom, don't cry. Without any sun. Lotus blossom, don't cry. Without any sun. Lotus blossom, don't cry. Without any sun. Lotus blossom, don't cry.
How's everybody doing today? It's good to be here in California, since I was just in Chile on the other side of the world, not even 24 hours ago, right? Does anybody here have goals, dreams, passions, Put your hands up. That's a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, a lot of passions right there. That's what we love to see. Good. So, who here wants to take their goals, dreams, or passions and turn them into something professional? That's a good raise of hands. I would knock on all my neighbors' doors. I'd clear out every bit of snow they had on their yard and bring it to my yard, to build this little empire of snow that I had, and just build my own resort, build my own mountain. So as I got older, 15, 16, 17 years old, I was still continuing doing that. I would build these huge jumps, like 9 feet tall, 65-foot gaps, and call up my friends with snowmobiles and be like, hey guys, do you think you can come over and tow me into this jump at 65 miles an hour? They're like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? And people would stop on the road and they'd stop and they all take pictures, and we'd hit this thing at like 50, big jumps, 50, 60 miles an hour, and just launch 30 feet in the air, 65 feet long. So, it took a lot of work. You're talking just hours and hours of work I put in this. People asked me to go party. People asked me to go drink. People asked me to go, do things that, from stealing to partying to drinking to smoking to any of that. And I refused it. I turned it down, and you know what I did? I turned it down, and I went on my trampoline, and I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced, because I knew I could do it. I knew deep down in my heart that I could accomplish my goals and my dreams.
Look, we're excited because he's going to be part of our team. He is going to be our first guest celebrity on Heart to Heart. We're excited about that because he has such a passion for kids and all the stuff they're dealing with and things they're going through, and he wants to see them solve those problems, and that's exactly where we are. Which brings me to Heart. Say you have a teenage daughter, 16 years old, she's got a boyfriend you can't stand, but every time you try to talk to her about him, she storms out of the room. So there's no way to have the conversation.
In court filings, she accused her parents of being abusive. Sean and Elizabeth say their 18-year-old daughter left their home because she refused to break up with a boyfriend they considered a bad influence and would not follow house rules. such as keeping curfew.
Come to hearttoheart.com, you find out we've got an episode for that. We've teamed up with the psychiatric community. We've enrolled some senior citizens who are willing to commit and really be there for the conversation. We've also linked up with some young adults who understand what teens are dealing with because they weren't dealing with those issues, the same issues, that long ago themselves. So together, the conversation should help these kids be able to work out all the issues they've got going on. And we turn those stories into treatments, and treatments into screenplays, and the kids act those screenplays out. The kids help us write them. They'll become actors, producers, writers, directors, the whole nine. All said and done, we've compiled a list of the top 10 issues that are affecting teens, according to the CDC. And we're going to act those solutions out in a web series. So that your kid cannot be drawn up with issues, but able to just work through their problems. We all have problems, but we got to get through them. That's the key. And then go on to do the things they're going to do in life. That's what we're trying to do. Make it so that parents and teens can talk and they can resolve their issues.
One of the things that's really big about psychology is that we look at the whole person. And when working with kids in school settings, you usually just focus on academics and learning. And one of the reasons why I got into this field is because academic learning and psychology kind of go together. You have to be psychologically sound. You have to have a well-developed person in order to be able to teach them and instruct them academically to push them to greater potential.
You're talking about cyberbullying and Facebook. Those are things that when I was in high school, the internet wasn't even a part of my construct. And now you're talking about using those as vehicles to call people names and use those vehicles, some for good, but oftentimes to send those messages of dislike or disbelief to hundreds of people at a time. And it also is magnified because a lot of those messages are being done without having to do it face to face.
It's fertile here, ripe for the picking. There's great talent here. And I had the opportunity to go to a talent show that they had last year, and I was blown away by the natural talent, not only in the area of acting and drama, but in spoken word and in dance. And I was really moved and inspired to think about maybe the potentiality for our students helping to write an original piece that's based on their stories, because that's what a lot of drama is. It's getting your story out on the outside and learning who you are in the process.
Was he laughing at me, or did he at least seem to care? I'm so done with him.
Personally, I feel like the guy cares.
Oh, really? Oh my God, is that him? How's my hair? What, don't you care? Oh my God, is that him? How's my hair? What, don't you care?
I am responsible for working with the teachers to make sure that the students meet the behavior expectations that are set by the whole school or in their classroom, or behavior expectations that we have for students in order to make sure that they become college for certain students. Some of our students are more self-reflective, or some of them are very introverted, and sometimes, audio visuals, different things like that would work better for them. Maybe listening to scenarios that happen to other students. Some students may learn that way. So I'm assuming like Heart to Heart will probably be something that we can refer the students to in order to get a different perspective on something that may have happened to them, or a different view about how to handle an issue that they may be dealing with.
Patricia Miller-Baptiste, mom, parent, mentor, leadership team, all of the above. But this is my school, so.
Why were you so adamant about getting Aspire to come to Stockton?
Because Stockton Unified lost their magnet school component. And without a magnet component, you have children who sometimes are above the level of just okay. And they need different types of avenues early on.
We'd like to thank you for your willingness to partner up with us on this endeavor. Having seen you in action, your brand of enthusiasm is unparalleled in any of the principals I've met, and the results have made college for certain far more than just a phrase.
100% of the seniors were accepted to four-year universities. Every single one.
How have you managed to instill such excellence among your student body, and how do you envision utilizing the Heart to Heart web series perhaps to push that success even farther as class size expands and so forth?
That's a great question. I think especially because it's not a single effort. It's all the adults, all the folks that are on campus, parents, teachers, support staff, all working towards that same goal. And also having worked with the students for so long. So some of them I've known since kindergarten and first grade, and now that they're all the way here in high school, to watch them grow and develop and know what they need and what they're still continuing to work on is what has made a big difference. So I'm hoping that the web series, if we really can tap into that on a broader scale in terms of students sharing and getting deeper with issues that they face so that we can better understand them, I think we can help them avoid some of the pitfalls that keep students from reaching the success that they could, because of social, emotional, and things like that.
I'm Tony Wilson, President of Agenda Communications, producer of Heart to Heart, our Heart to Heart web series. Very excited about it. We got Justin Morgan logging on. We got all the staff and faculty of Aspire Lincoln Hughes backing us up. We've got a lot going on and we're excited about it. So thanks for logging on and checking us out. We're going to make history together. I think that's it.